And we are live, everybody. What's up? I got my Jack Swagger swag gift going on the stream right now.
Blaze it.
1220 plays it.
People.
And we will get this started. God, stop fucking texting me.
Come on. This is live, Greg. Don't fumble through this.
We're here with Rick Rude and fuck it.
Hold on, I'm getting like 8 texts right now. Okay. Putting my phone on silence. Whatever.
Your phone on what?
Oh, please tell me that happened on purpose.
The innovator of silence, Tommy Dreamer.
Alright, let me just insert track, arm track, make sure everything is sounding good. Sounds great.
Tell your mom to stop texting you. You're doing a podcast.
She is not texting me. It is a friend texting me right now.
Mom, I'm doing a podcast.
Well, pizza off.
Oh my god, what the fuck do you want?
Oh my goodness.
Alright, whatever.
Hey,
okay, we're gonna start this. We're gonna start this right now. We are gonna start this and everybody's here, right? Just making sure. Ryan, Strike, Jimmy,
Okay, here now.
Brian.
And there's Jonesy eating. Brilliant.
Well, I had to wait till after Raw. Sorry.
Alright, whatever. We're gonna start this in 5, 4, 3, 2. What's up, everybody? This is Greg, host of the Arc of Wrestling podcast. We are here live over at twitch.tv/Arc of Wrestling with the episode 57 of the Arc of Wrestling podcast. What's 58. Alright.
Are we on Lagspike too?
We are on lagspike.tv. Yes, we are. Running live, running strong. We are big group with us tonight over on the podcast. We're going to start off with Ryan. Say hello, Ryan.
Hi.
Strike. Strike? Is Strike with us? Strike looks like he is gone right now. Jimmy, say hi.
Hello.
Jonesy?
What's up?
Joker?
Rest in peace, Tyre.
Mike?
Greetings and salutations.
Hunter?
Mike, you never need to do that again. Never again.
Shut up.
And joining us from It's Raining Meng, Brian and Alex. Say hello, fellas.
Hi.
Hey, sorry, I'm just busy texting Greg so he can't start the show on time. Sorry.
Shit, so that's what...
This is a good one.
That's exactly what you would have texted me right
Can you
now.
send him Finley Dick?
If I had his number, I would.
I've already seen the Philly dick in my life.
I guess number, but that's really care.
Send him all the winky faces.
Everyone that were like our text level text just send each other goofy photos, like Brian, myself, and a couple of their friends, and Finley Dick shows up quite a lot, shockingly enough.
In the small rotation.
One buddy. It's a fan favorite.
Jimmy, shut your dog up.
Let's talk.
Hold on, I'll be back.
We have a jam-packed show for you guys tonight. Let's start with Raw review. Raw ended about 33 minutes ago. So we start off the show pretty much with Vince ready to wrestle Paul Heyman. Comes out with crutches and
he wasn't ready to wrestle. He was in a suit.
he was still ready to wrestle. He was ready to throw down with Heyman.
I'll tell you what, I've seen enough old Bossman matches when he was Big Bubba Rogers. He's pretty much in a suit. No different from Vince McMahon. He'll wrestle in a suit if he wants to. A purple suit, even, if he wants.
You can wrestle in anything.
Oh, yeah.
Boss Man had a jumpsuit, though.
No, I'm talking about when he is Big Bubba in the NWA. Yeah.
Oh, and you mean WCW?
No, NWA.
Oh, okay. Because he was Big Bubba in WCW too.
He was, but it's just like, oh, you're Boss Man. Oh, but we can't make
Not if he has Dusty. Not if he has Dusty. He was Big Bubber with an ER at the end of it.
No.
No, that's what he always would call him. And Bubba.
Bubba's got a bicycle there. He's hitting them with that bicycle. Yeah, he used to like have like a hat and glasses and Then when we went to WCW afterwards, it's like, oh, you're boss man. We're gonna make you the boss. Oh, we can't call you that. How about the man? Still too close. Fucking guardian angel. That doesn't work either. All right, we'll make him Big Bubba. Here's a T-shirt. Just put that on. Be Big Bubba again. They don't care. You're gonna get beat up by the NWO 5 weeks in a row, and we'll fire you. Then you'll be at Vince again. Bring a ski mask.
T-shirt.
And that's the history of Big Boss.
What everybody needs to know.
Thank you for buying Kayfabe Commentaries presents the history of Big Boss Man.
Holy shit. Alright, well, going on, we have Heyman pretty much starts hitting Vince with the crutches, and out comes Brock Lesnar after Vince gets a little bit of a hand over Heyman. When Lesnar gets into the ring, Triple H comes out, and we got a big brawl going on. Brock Lesnar pretty much busted open about, 13 minutes into Raw?
So did Triple H pee his pants or something behind the stage?
Because his ass was wet?
Who saw that?
His ass was pretty much wet. But
Wait,
Lesnar...
he actually peed himself?
His
No,
ass
he
was
has
wet.
a major heavy-duty swamp ass going on, though.
In a suit too, like you gotta get this. Like you gotta look your dry cleaner in the eye as you bring that to them. That's not cool.
Everybody at Raw, millions around the world saw me with wet pants.
Was he in the suit or was he in
Dick
jeans?
a water spray at the same time that he did.
Was he in the suit or was he in jeans?
Pants, yeah.
Alright, but what'd you guys think of the opening segment with Lesnar? Lesnar got busted open badly. That was not a blade, too. I think that was legitimate.
You saw? No, you could. I saw him
You needed
blade.
staples.
You saw him blade.
I
It
saw him blade.
looked pretty quick for him not to, from him not to
He was
blade.
on his knees and his hand was right above his head. You could tell.
Was it from him running?
It's hard because even when he hit the ring post, there was blood on the ring post.
I saw it.
I really liked it. And I was really happy.
So we're pretty much
I don't
getting
know if it was bleeding or not. I was happy seeing
Lesnar being there.
well that and the bleeding.
The bleeding. Do any of you know if the bleeding could be legitimate or not? Any ideas?
You know what? My grandma used to tell me that they used to open ketchup packets on people's foreheads. So tell me that.
Which it was strange that a fan did dip his fries in like Lesnar's forehead. That was kind of strange. to be serious, like, with how serious they are, like about just like their no blood policy, like no way they'd let that one slide.
Especially for how long, how much he was bleeding out of that too. His entire
It's like,
left side of his face was covered in blood.
yeah, it's like
Was
you
it
don't
like literally on like his temple, like off to the side? You don't.
Yeah, it's on like almost towards the top of his head. No one would blade like that unless.
Yeah, you blade
The
on
only
their
way,
hairline.
the only way like somebody would blade nowadays is if Vince saw him and they had like the thing behind their back, and Vince goes up to him and goes, "Hey, what is that behind your back? Nothing? You sure? Yeah, better not be blading. I'm not, sir."
Or
Right.
the old switch of the hand thing where it's like one
Yeah.
hand's empty and then he switches it and then the other hand's empty now, but never both at the same time.
Show me both your hands.
Like slapstick. Like a Three Stooges bit at this point.
Blood.
You can see from the production team they're obviously trying to avoid the camera shots. They're trying to get those. What was it?
He was bleeding so much.
He was bleeding.
You could tell.
Oh my god, he must have lost so
Classic
much.
Ric Flair. He's learning from Ric Flair right now.
Watching those Ric Flair matches, getting hyped up for his segment next. All right.
World.
First match of the night, we get Ryback versus Dolph Ziggler.
Poor Dolph Ziggler.
Poor Dolph. He's not even booked for anything for WrestleMania. It's coming so close to the time where people need to start being thrown into feuds. Even Sheamus was getting ready to get into some feuds tonight. But Ziggler just doesn't look like he's ready for anything right now.
He'll be fine. They'll find something for him. They threw Orton and Kane together, and they had an alright match at Mania. I'm not too worried about him. Plus, as far as his jobbing, he has the money in the bank. He'll instantly rebound. Literally, he can rebound at the snap of a finger because he has a title shot. And I'm guessing because of just like them, how he's putting guys over like Ryback and stuff, selling like a motherfucker for him because
All right.
flubber. He is flubber. They'll give him the title because, hey, you've done all this stuff, thank you, here you go. And I don't know how they're going to do it.
He made Ryback look like Luthez. Seriously, it was crazy.
A corpse?
How much he was selling.
It's almost like with Dolph Ziggler. It's like you almost want to see Dolph Ziggler and be like, dude, you don't need to kill yourself like this. We already like you. It's all right.
Yeah.
Just take it easy for one match.
There was an interview he was doing a couple months back where he was talking about how he sells and how he almost looks at it as like a form of art, almost like how the way he sells is what makes just everything else leading up to that just so much better. And it makes just all the moves, everything just look beautiful. So
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. Winner of the match, Ryback. So Ziggler pretty much. It wasn't too much of a long match either. I mean, they were mentioning how Ryback and there was Biggie Langston was constantly outside the ring, and maybe they could be building up for something between Big E and Ryback, but you know there's some interest in it that they could be doing something in the future. That's something that I've been able to pull out.
Did Big E come out with his awkwardly looking singlet?
With the gray one? Yeah.
It's getting smaller and smaller.
It's
It makes aerodynamic.
It's going to turn into a Borat swimsuit soon enough.
He's going to be pulling it off.
Disgusting.
He has the funniest... just a side note, he has the funniest Twitter ever, Biggie Langston.
Oh, Biggie Langston's awesome on Twitter.
It's hilarious.
I actually, you said the Ryback shit. I'd love to see that, but like I feel like I'd love to see them like do the exact same thing with Biggie Langston that they did with Ryback. Just like start feeding him just like nobodies on like SmackDown for a while. Like just completely mirror what they did with Ryback, the exact same thing, and all of a sudden Ryback comes back, it's like, okay, yeah, I did this too. Now we're gonna fight each other.
Not as eloquent as that though.
Biggie hasn't had a match yet, has he? He hasn't made like an official debut.
Not WTV, no.
All right.
No.
Yeah, well, they're gonna probably have to start doing something after WrestleMania, especially since there's all these news that they're gonna start bringing in NXT guys in after Mania. A lot more guys.
I really hope that he wrestles like Chalk though. I love the Chalk gimmick that he does.
Which one?
He does, the hand thing.
He does the weightlifting Chalk. He chalks out.
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
It's such a nice little touch. I love.
There's a lot of things that a lot of the NXT guys have that I hope they start bringing up.
By the way, who said Bo Dallas?
Apparently, did somebody say it?
Whoever said
Ryan said Bo Dallas
I did.
for sure.
I said they're not bringing him back.
Oh my God, we got the wrong one.
Bo Dallas. Fuck him. Fuck him.
From the looks of it, from tonight, it looks like they dropped the Bo Dallas Wade Barrett thing.
Miles of smiles.
Thank God.
I was kind of afraid that they're going to move on with Bo Dallas to WrestleMania.
Cross-eyed bastard.
The last thing I need is a tranny carrying around the Intercontinental title.
I was like, I had Down syndrome.
No, I swear, I swear I said that. I've said that in this chat before.
He's a Down syndrome tranny.
It's like his face is too small for his head. That's what's really hurting me about him. It's like he's got like it's like you got it's like you know if you play Sim City and you have a massive map but you just build everything in this little circle in the middle of the friggin' map. That's what like Bo Dallas's head is like.
He kind of, in another video game, he has like old No Mercy texture face. Specifically Billy Gunn's. He has
always
like
the same face too. He's always making the same face.
Billy Gunn and No Mercy. That's Bo Dallas.
Oh God.
Back from the break, we have a CM Punk promo. What a promo.
Did he get screwed?
He did not get screwed. He was pretty much talking about how nothing's important, that tonight isn't about WrestleMania. It's not about the WWE Championship. And he went on and on about, you know, what tonight's about. And he's like, it's about me. It's about me and that he is God. And that's pretty much what all the promo was. But it was a pretty decent promo. It looked like they probably told Punk to go out there, shoot a promo of what's going to happen tonight and leave. And he did it in such short time, but I felt it was a really good promo. It was a Punk promo.
It kind of felt a little bit rushed.
It felt a little bit rushed. It felt compact.
You'd think like a promo like that would be a little bit longer than that. He kind of said it a lot. He said it really fast.
It felt compact. It felt like they probably needed to move on with the show. That there was too much on it. Because even the next match after it,
more advertisements.
Yeah, that's true. But even the match right after it, the Mark Henry versus Great Khali match, felt very fillerish. They could have easily just extended the life of the CM Punk promo, just a little bit past that, and not even have Henry and Khali on the show.
That damn Sonic.
Oh man, I want Sonic right now.
I'm surprised they didn't give Jerry Lawler another heart attack.
That's shown up all over the place. Just
Cherry Liner would be amazing right now.
Product placement.
Seriously.
Miss TV. But before that, we get Fandango vignette. Fandango's going to be debuting on SmackDown this week on the social SmackDown.
I just love it if all it is just the same creepy Johnny Curtis who also just happens to be a dancer. Like, that's all I want. I want the same Johnny Curtis, just he also dances now. Like, he just does more, like 50% more gyrating or something.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
Wait, don't I have chloroform?
Easily, like, best line on WWE television in the last 5 years is that.
Johnny Curtis had the best gimmick going on in NXT, and they just completely didn't even use it.
Yeah.
They need to bring back Alex Wright so they can have a dance-off.
Alex Wright would be a fun one. That'd be good.
And DJ Gabriel would be amazing.
DJ Gabriel, yeah.
It's funny about Fandango. It just sounds weird to say that, but it's funny about it because Fitz and I were talking about this, and we're getting kind of the whole thing with Zack Ryder's kind of gotten people are now turning the corner, not liking him anymore. I think there'd be a really fun feud there if they put the two of them together. I think there'd be some really fun stuff out of that. I don't know why. I just think that. I
can understand what you're talking. More like a not like a dance-off sort of thing, but a more. They have a very similar attitude.
Yeah, I think they put
the egos behind it.
Decent matches together, and I think they just I don't know.
They can have some amazing segments.
You'd have Fandango being creepy and Zack Ryder being all weirded out by it, but then just kind of counter it with silliness, and I don't know.
It'd be a great comedy feud. It'd be a definitely great mid-card comedy feud.
So it'd be fun. So you want it to be like Rico and Charlie Haas?
Yes.
That would be fantastic. Actually.
Rico's one of my favorite. Rico, legit in my top 10 favorites because when I was a kid, I didn't even know what gay meant, but I just loved the gimmick.
Rico legitimately was a badass, so.
Yeah,
there's like a cop. He's like, he could kick anybody's ass now.
It was weird how I actually remembered him on American Gladiators. Like, when they started mentioning that, I was like, yeah, I totally remember that guy. I've seen that episode. Multiple episodes, because he won a lot. He was they had a tournament structure, and he won most of it. I think he won all of it.
It's crazy how much talent he actually had. I didn't realize how much talent he had until he left. So sad.
He spent a month living with Adrian Street when he did the whole flamboyant gimmick.
Really?
Oh wow!
Did not know that.
Didn't even know that either.
You always appreciate something. You don't appreciate something till he left, Greg.
Exactly.
This is true.
Miz TV, we get Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. They are waiting in the ring with the Miz as Alberto Del Rio comes out with Ricardo Rodriguez.
No reactions.
Yeah, it seemed pretty dead, but Zeb Coulter's relatively new. Swagger was very unexpected to get the championship, but hopefully with some time and progression, they'll become something bigger.
They need to kick it up a notch to get the attention of the people. Just like that lame, they're stealing our jobs. He needs to go after them way harder than that.
Here's the thing. I have all the hope in the world that they are going to succeed tremendously. Because it seemed like Sandow and Cesaro pretty much had the same treatment at the very beginning when they started debuting. They were repeating the same shit again, over and over again. But they were able to evolve from what they were given. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Zeb Coulter and Swagger. Just give them...
Mantel, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
it's a really tough gimmick to just toe the line on. You got to know exactly how far you can go without legitimately getting in trouble. Because I mean, let's say they're a business; they don't want to get to the point where they're going to get in trouble.
And you don't want to hear like, I'm sorry, Ron, but you don't want to hear like Coulter, and there's fucking Beaner over here.
You don't do what Punk does and work the crowd when you're talking about minorities.
Yeah, it's not like an IWA Mid-South show. He can't cut like Punk from this fucking spick over here.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
I think that's what I think every week you're going to see them kind of testing it a little bit. Like you're going to take another step forward. No, it's going to have to be slow because the one time they say something that just goes completely over the line, it could be next.
And Zev Coulter, Jack Swagger, real Americans that think Adolf Hitler had some good ideas.
Exactly.
So wait,
because that would make a real American is to think that you'd side with the Nazi. What the no?
So wait, Beaner's unacceptable, but what about jumping Mexican Bean?
Ooh. Well, I think Beaner is short for that anyway. So.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't know.
All right then.
I'm just being stupid.
Take that from the record then.
Oh my god. Well, no. Well, okay.
They could get JBL to teach them how to catch illegal immigrants.
That's who they need. They need JBL to be on their side. I think if they're able to have JBL on commentary every week on SmackDown, just praising them for everything they're saying, they could get over so quickly.
That's not gonna happen.
For everybody who's working on SmackDown or who watches SmackDown, they could get so over on SmackDown.
Yeah, but JBL
doesn't like the gimmick. He said so. He doesn't like it. Oh fuck! Hold on.
Anyway, JBL, turn your phone off. JBL lives in Bermuda, so
Snake.
Is he not going to be on SmackDown for the next week or so? Because we are going to have Jerry Lawler on this week's SmackDown.
Oh, we are
to be in place of.
Can they give him
live
Sonic
version too?
They gonna give him Sonic? Probably
It's
not.
actually going to be live on a Friday.
Yeah. Is it going to be live on a Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh wow.
Well, I got great news. I won't be watching SmackDown, so that's great.
I'll record it.
Yeah, they just need to go back to Thursdays. Like I do stuff on Friday. I don't ever get a chance to watch it, and I don't know when they replay it on other channels that I apparently have. I keep seeing Raw randomly on Sundays. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a
play at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, this could be Spanish version. I don't know. It could just be another channel that's just replaying it.
Yeah, there's
Universal or some show.
Yeah, it's the one because it replaced Raw, SmackDown.
Okay.
When ECW was around, they replayed Raw, SmackDown, ECW all in a row on Saturday.
And I miss ECW. Just because you brought it up, I miss ECW so much.
Well, NXT is basically what it should have. What ECW should have.
Yeah.
We got that. Just wish they would televise that too.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. We'll be getting to that later on in the show, but continue, Greg.
Alright, Randy Orton versus Cesaro.
Poor Cesaro.
Orton wins.
Fine. He's working one of the top guys in the company, and he's getting offenses. It's not like they're squash matches. He's getting good offense in on these matches. I think they should move on to someone else with Cesaro, but I don't mind the matches.
Here's the thing. There's something missing from Cesaro. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if I could ever figure out what it is, but there's something missing from Cesaro.
I think it's a giant, long, gaudy coat like he had on the Indies.
This is true. He has some bitchin' entrance gear.
No,
he needs the tearaway clothes again.
Oh, no, not the fake strip. That was terrible.
The stripper clothes that he had in 2006. That'd be so...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You know what he needs? He needs to uppercut some stairs.
Oh my, yeah. I remember getting that DVD. I remember getting that DVD, and I had to pause it for 5 minutes because I was laughing so hard at it.
That's what he needs.
One day it'll happen.
Hopefully.
It'll happen on the grandest stage of them all.
When he was feuding with Miz, and Miz was with Flair, Flair would have been just elbowing his jacket. He should have just taken off one of his coats and started European uppercutting it just as a counter. It would have been amazing.
What a disappointment that was. What a disappointment that was, Cesaro versus Miz. That didn't go anywhere.
Can I just stop it and tell us a little side story about Antonio Cesaro, aka Claudio Castagnoli, whatever you want to call him?
Go ahead.
Out of habit, I do refer to him as Claudio, just because I've known him as Claudio
for so
as
long.
far as the Indies go for years, so it's kind of hard to break that habit. Anyway, long time ago on a podcast that I used to do, we had an interview with him, and I guess we had found out that his favorite wrestler growing up was Papa Shango.
No way.
These great stories about about growing up and watching Papa Shango and how he loved Papa Shango for some reason.
I forgot about this.
And then it hit me like a ton of bricks this year. And this actually happened to Fitz, because Fitz came over to my apartment to watch the Rumble this year, and we look at each other and go, "Oh my God, Cesaro and Papa Shango are both backstage right now. How much do you think he is just going insane, like meeting the Godfather, Papa Shango, whatever?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just would love to know that had happened, and that he, I'm sure he's met him before, but still.
Yeah.
You're in the Rumble with the guy who's Papa Shango.
But the sad thing is, Papa Shango only lasted not even a second.
Him. I can't remember.
And the other bit that I learned about that was apparently because our question was like, we were like, no, Papa Shango was like legit. Like, I was young enough to, I think he was about my age, which is depressing. And Papa Shango, like, we were young enough that Papa Shango was still kind of scary to me. And it was just like, he was legitimately scary to like little kids. And he's like, no, and somehow I guess like in Switzerland they would explain that Papa Shango's powers only worked on other wrestlers. And I'm like, why didn't we get this disclaimer? It would be, like, frightening if we got this like peace of mind. To know that Papa Shango ain't gonna hurt us. He's gonna debilitate the Ultimate Warrior. He's gonna make him like bleed from his eyes. But no, we're good. Sleep tight, kids.
There'll be no bleeding.
He's gonna only make Warrior throw up green stuff, but it's all perfectly okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No,
Now,
that feud sucked, by the way.
Mike, the one who hates everything.
No, that feud legitimately sucked.
How old are you when that feud was going on?
Well, I'm 27, so you do the math.
Okay.
I'm not good at math.
There we go.
Sheamus is out in the ring wearing a suit, and he's out to talk about Dead Man Down. Wade Barrett's.
Didn't we miss the Hall of Fame announcement?
Not yet. Did we? No, not yet.
Yeah.
I think it was later.
Yeah, it was a little bit later. We'll get it. Yeah, so Sheamus is pretty much. It looks like he's gonna be starting another feud with Wade Barrett. They fought.
Or is he?
They fought so many filler matches. They're gonna finally capitalize on what could be a decent feud, but without the championship.
Why Barrett?
Dang it! Where's that Bo Dallas?
Where's that Bo Dallas?
Shut up about Bo Dallas.
My favorite
Well,
wrestler.
come on.
How can you not
Miles
cheer for a
Miles.
kid who's handicapped?
Wait?
How can
Okay,
you not
that's
cheer
fair.
for a kid who's
It-
handicapped in the ring?
I want them to like go like apeshit for Bo Dallas, like the kid that jumped the guardrail, the Survivor Series against Austin and Shawn Michaels. That Special Olympian is entering the ring. Help us, Shawn
I
Michaels.
actually really love it if they confused him for a kid that jumped the guardrail.
Nearly naked.
Hey, let's hit the ring again. Wait, no, I think it's Bo Dallas. No, it can't be.
If I'm cheering for a kid with a disability, wouldn't that be Gregory Iron?
He's the handicapped hero.
No, he's not. He still has it all up there. He's a nice guy, but just saying, he's nice enough. He has it all up there though. But Bo Dallas is he's up there. His problem is inside.
Retarded.
Yeah.
His problem is he's not Bray Wyatt.
That is true. Never will be.
He ain't Bray Wyatt, but he's Bray Wyatt's brother.
IRS should be rolling in his grave if he wasn't dead. What?
What? All right. Cody Rhodes versus R-Truth.
Ivan.
Cody Rhodes versus R-Truth. It looks like Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow are back together after being, with no reason, separated right before they were going to go win the tag team
You're
championship.
mistaken, sir. It's a reunion tour. That's
Reunion
all
tour.
I love that.
It's a reunion tour that's going to be lasting a while.
Sorry, they did make T-shirts. Didn't you send me that photo? I think you did.
Yeah, I did.
Why would they spend the money on a reunion T-shirt? That doesn't even make sense.
Because it's a reunion tour for the two of them.
Yeah, come on.
How long's the tour? How long's the tour?
It gets back together for a reunion. They make T-shirts. They just make you just for the press conference. It was like them with the New Age Outlaws, so that was.
Yeah, they wrestled the Outlaws on house shows.
Yeah.
They need to bring the Outlaws back to television.
Could they be able to wrestle on a weekly basis?
I'd rather have them as a commentary.
You need people for the tag team division.
Commentary would be amazing. I wouldn't say like put them tag teams, but commentary would be awesome. Put them on like the SmackDown team.
But then what about JBL?
Throw JBL on Raw. He's fine.
Kick Lawler off.
Kick Lawler out, put JBL in, and replace the SmackDown team with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. You have the perfect like commentary teams going on right there.
And then have all 4 join up for pay-per-views.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus, that'd be great.
Winner is R-Truth in the Cody Rhodes R-Truth match, and I guess we can just talk about the Hall of Fame announcement. We get Donald Trump as an inductee to the 2013.
Interspecies entrance to the Hall of Fame, the half-man, half-orangutan.
Money.
Bill Maher said that, and then Trump threatened to sue him or something.
I'm gonna be honest.
And we also got to see Bobby Lashley.
Do we love Bobby? He better induct him.
Bobby.
Better be Bobby Lashley inducting Donald Trump into the Hall of Fame.
It's not going to be. It's going to be Vince, most likely.
No, it's going to be Bobby Lashley. You just watch.
It's going to be the return.
They're all going to pull that swerve on us.
Remember
The
the time?
return of the boss.
Remember that time we beat that dead guy?
Umanga?
Yeah, Umanga.
Umanga.
I'm going to be sipping on this bottle of Jägermeister throughout the show.
Oh, great.
Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Darren Young and
This
Titus
match
O'Neil.
was too funny.
Daniel Bryan was blindfolded, I guess you could put in those words, and Kane had one hand tied behind his back. Pretty quick match. Bryan finally, they're messing with Bryan throughout the beginning of the match until Bryan got attacked from Kane. Kane unloads with one arm, and Kane kicks Titus off and wins against Young. Pretty much it. What are they doing with Kane and Daniel Bryan? Is the friendship angle over? What's going on?
Hopefully setting up for a Mania.
We need Dr. Shelby.
They're going to hug it out at Mania. It's going to be amazing.
But they've hugged it out. But the thing is, they've hugged it out so many times, when are they going to move on with this thing?
They're going to hug it out the grandest stage of them all, and then they'll move on.
They're gonna have a live sex celebration on WrestleMania. That's the next step.
No, that's WrestleMania XXX. It's
the only way Kane can come is if he raises his arms up in the air and brings them back down.
That's an image I do not want.
My name is Katie. Here I come.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Dear God.
Some Katie Vick.
No.
Katie Vick didn't know how to drive.
I'll get you a towel.
She didn't know how to drive stick. Haha.
Oh.
According to the Kane book, that's why she died.
Oh.
Wait, there's a Kane book?
Yeah, they made a Kane book about his. It's pretty much they made him a Spanish cage fighter in between his house. I shit you not.
Are you sure we're just playing Street Fighter?
I know, it's like some Vegas shit going on, but yeah, that was the gimmick. Was he's a Spanish cage fighter.
Jumping.
Yeah.
Was this a WWE book?
Because I'd kind of like to see Kane write his own autobiography, but do it like in gimmick. I think that'd be some really funny stuff.
And for some reason, I don't know why.
Book of the year.
And for some reason, I don't know why I like to beat up Pete Rose, but it just kind of happens.
Seriously. If the Dr. Shelby segments taught me anything instead, I'd love to listen to a faux, if they did a Kane, and I'm using air quotes for the shoot interview where it's not really a shoot because it's Kane, but he just tells his life story. I would be entertained as all hell by that.
A kayfabe book.
By the way, the book is called Journey into Darkness, a novel by Michael Chiappetta. Not that Michael Chiappetta, but
Different Chiappetta.
Yeah.
A Journey into Darkness. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Like $3 on Amazon.
Oddly enough, the subtitle of their live sex celebration too.
No.
All right, I guess we can move on. We have the Shield coming out to cut another promo. What do you guys think of that segment going on?
Suntan, Indigo, Eraser.
Already.
Oh, did I? Shit.
Yeah, Fitz and I have a little game. Like anytime the show come out, we like to think that the person who's reading off the Sierra Hotel thing misplaces the script and has to just go on the fly. So it's like shaving cream, household bleach, incontinence medicine, everyday people by the Arrested Development lavatories. Like just to be freaked out.
Yeah, like this is parts of it.
Dynamite Kid compilation tapes. I didn't want to leave the D off there.
The D.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns has impressed me week by week with his promo ability.
He's getting better. You know, he could easily be one of those. Could have some talent that none of us know about yet. He could be a new Rock.
Or new Rikishi.
He could have some exponential talent that not even he knows about.
Does he have the ability to oversell?
Probably.
Well, if he can, he's The Rock.
Well, I don't know.
He will succeed.
Flip cell thing that Rikishi does, he's set.
Or his son, Rock stunner cell. I don't know how many times he'll be stunner, but if he like flip like a motherfucker, then he's golden.
You know who impressed me the most? Seth Rollins. I couldn't hear any of his lisp tonight.
You know who really impressed me? Bo Dallas.
Get out.
Dallas.
Eat a bit.
Bo Dallas. He's something else. Yeah. Something else.
I hope Bo Dallas gets hit by a truck at full speed.
Probably already have.
He looks like he already did.
Why do you think his face looks like that, Mike?
Touche.
And why he's retarded now? It comes together. The weird face and the mental retardation. That's how it typically works, anyways.
It all makes sense now. He got hit by a truck. Glorious.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns is the pleasant surprise out of all of them, because at least, because people are all like, everyone's all like, oh my god, Ambrose and Rollins, that's awesome, they're going to be on the main show. Everyone's like, oh, and Roman Reigns, too, a guy who used to be named Leaky.
Leaky.
I refuse to pronounce it the correct way.
It's
Leaky, because that's how I read it. It's Leaky. like a faucet.
I had to teach myself how to say it the first time.
Oh, I didn't even bother.
It's still leaky to us, damn it.
Screw it. It'll always be leaky. It's still leaky to me, damn it.
Moving, pretty much they got RKO'd by Randy Orton.
Seth
Well, one of them.
Seth Rollins did, and he sold that like a champ.
He's always dead.
He sold like a champ, and Sheamus pretty much looked on.
Because he's so good at doing it.
Miz versus Jack Swagger. I fell asleep during this match.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it's not that it was bad. It's just that I got comfortable in my bed and I fell asleep a little bit. I woke up like midway through the CM Punk Cena match.
You psycho.
Yeah. But anyways, Miz Swagger, how was it? Anything?
That was just regular match.
Regular
it
match.
Wasn't anything too big.
All right.
It was alright. I like the ending. I like how it ended.
Cena cuts a promo a little bit later.
Yay.
With his match with CM Punk tonight, says that you either step up or you step aside tonight, and all getting ready for the big number one contenders match for tonight. With the match going on, let's just get on to it. CM Punk versus John Cena, number one contenders shot for the WWE Championship. Winner heads to WrestleMania. What do you guys think of the match?
Batista bomb.
Bomb and a Hurricane Rana and a pile driver.
Fantastic.
Yeah, pile driver.
I loved it. It was a good match.
How many false, endings did that thing have?
Too
It was
many.
funny. We were on a call
Way
with some
too
friends.
many.
We should have.
We were totally saying that, even Gabe Sapolsky was like, all right, guys, enough. Just take it home.
Why couldn't I be booking this?
There should have been a counter on the bottom of that screen counting all those false endings.
Ring of Honor even called it overkill.
They're copying us again.
That Hurricane Rana.
We are innovators. Ugh.
That Hurricane Rana, though.
Yikes, that was pretty ugly.
You're saying yikes to the Hurricane Rana, but not the pile driver?
Yeah, the pile driver that CM Punk pulled out of nowhere.
I marched for that.
Even
okay
Michael Cole was going.
Driver.
Michael Cole was going JR status when that happened too. He's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but Cena doesn't look
Like the pile driver was fluid. Like Cena looks terrible.
Yes, a fluid pile driver is still very dangerous.
it is, but that Hurricane Rana could have, like, if Punk landed wrong.
He rolled perfectly. There's no way of landing wrong from the.
It was Cena. Cena was the one that looked terrible in that Hurricane. Even Punk was trying to make it look good, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, a Lucha Factor. I give him the Lucha Factor.
Oh yeah, the Lucha Factor. Yeah, Brian, you want to explain the Lucha Factor?
Lucha Factor is basically a degree of. It's a nice way of saying degree of difficulty. It's like if someone screws up a Phoenix Splash, you're like, okay, it's not the easiest thing to do, based on everything. So I'm like, you know what? He didn't hurt himself.
But
He
then,
didn't hurt somebody else.
What's the reason why Cena's doing it in the first place? You know, there's no reason why he should be doing the Hurricane.
Well,
anyways.
he's got 5 moves, and he does another move. Oh my god, he can't do that right.
And he picks the Hurricane out of all the moves that he could do. He could easily,
You're right.
he could pull out any other move, but he wants to do the Hurricane, and he can't even do it.
He did okay. It wasn't,
They showed it.
I just picture the two of them. I just picture the two of them backstage before the match, just going over and just being like, so I'm gonna do this. All right, really? You wanna? All right, cool. Why not?
So Punk, right before the match ends,
Show
we're
Kane
gonna.
worked a Lucha match that one time on SmackDown. It was just like, yo, we want to do this? Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll mess with him.
yeah. Hey, Albert, you mind if I hit you with the Hurricane Rana? All right, Kane.
Oh, goddamn Cena! He could
It's
have.
also like that pay-per-view match where it was Kane and Big Show, and they did mat wrestling.
Maybe this is at WWE.com. We'll have another list article like top 10 unlikely Hurricane Ranas in WWE history.
No, John Cena.
John Cena's in the top 2.
Seriously, when did WWE.com become BuzzFeed? Like, I don't need that to happen.
They post at least like 3 shitty lists a day. It's awful.
Right.
So John Cena wins, new #1 contender, and he will be going to WrestleMania, facing Rock, and twice in a lifetime. WrestleMania
we'll throw Punk
29.
in there. That'll be a triple threat.
There's no gong.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be triple threat because there were 2 things that Punk threw out there during the show. That one, the pile driver. You know, a lot of people don't. God. You know, we know that pile drivers are only used by Kane and.
So it's Stone Cold. So Stone Cold.
Yeah,
doing it?
it's Stone Cold. WrestleMania 29. Confirmed. All right. We're
gonna talk about it.
Nope. We're gonna talk about the news, everybody, because Raw is over. Woo! Actually, let's want to do a quick review. 1 out of 10. What do you guys give Raw? Ryan, do you want to start first?
8.5.
8.5 from Ryan.
That's very distinct.
That's generous.
That's a 0.5 in that.
There's a 0.5. That's
Olympic judging shit.
On point. Mike, what's your score?
I give it 6 Cena botched Hurricane Ranas out of 10.
All right, 6. Jimmy?
6.
I think Jimmy's not there with us. Hunter, how about you?
I pick it all the time.
Okay, then what's your score, Jimmy?
I'd give it 8 Sin Cara botches out of 10.
8 Sin Cara botches out of 10. Hunter, how about you?
He botched so hard it wasn't even on the show.
He botched driving to the arena. Got into a car crash.
7 Jack Swagger looking stoned on Miz TV out of 10.
All right,
He's
Jonesy.
blazed.
Taking a little.
I'm just trying to think.
Do you know how to count to 10, Jonesy?
Is there a banana in there somewhere?
Maybe.
I'll just give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Alex, how about you, dude?
I don't give star ratings. It's just my thing. I liked it though.
You liked it. All right, Brian.
Yeah, it wasn't awful, but I mean, it wasn't like the best ever rah, but I enjoyed it. It was fine.
You know, Fitz is going to be going nuts for next week's because of the whole.
Oh, the old school. Oh my god.
He's just going to be losing his mind. But no, it was solid. What I did see of it, what of Raw that I saw was solid. I mean, if I had to give a number, I'd say like somewhere in the 7 to 8, and then if I had to give an item to give it in out of 10, it'd be like Sonic Cherry Limeades.
All right, I'll be honest. Raw's been they've had a structure going on. You know, it felt like there's less fillers now than it was probably like 2 years ago, where fillers probably took up at least an hour and a half of the show. There's a lot more like stories and things going on rather than, you know, over the past 3-4 years of the PG era.
At least it wasn't the Atlanta crowd.
Why? Oh, the Atlanta crowd? That was that was awful.
Corpus Christi all day.
Oh God.
Best crowd ever. Dead as a rock.
They were so great. There was nobody there.
Let's talk about the news. Everything that's gone on over the last week. We never really got to talk about the WWE Championship that Rock introduced last week.
Oh, that ugly.
We talked about that.
No, we actually didn't get to talk about it in of its new design and new form and everything. We saw it back in August of last year, where the motorcycle guys leaked it on his Twitter, and everybody saw at least the plate of it. Are you guys enjoying of how it looks right now?
I kind of like it now.
Hasn't been on TV, so I can't tell.
Still better than the spinner belt. That's all I care about.
The Divas title is better than the spinner belt.
That's saying a lot.
Someone brought up to me about the spinner belt, like that the previous title before the current one was just so beat up it wasn't supposed to spin anymore. Like it wasn't supposed to spin for a while. Like it was the same design, but it was like no, it had just been beaten up so much that it just started spinning again. Like the thing just came loose. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I might believe that.
I'd like to believe that.
It just means that someone is not taking care of it. or it's the version that they're using for getting hit with, carrying to the ring and stuff like that. Like not the real one for like photos and stuff.
I always thought Vince McMahon just got a headache of looking at the thing spin over time.
That doesn't make sense.
All right, well, I enjoyed the new WWE Championship. One of the things that a lot of people are talking about is the side plates are going to be changed with everybody's current designs.
I like that better than
I
like that better than having the actual belt or the faceplate of the belt change. I think that'll be fine. I'm an old school guy where I like the nameplate, but I mean, even that you don't even need the nameplate on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I was saying the same too. I was like, I'm a big nameplate guy of it just being there, but if they're gonna have like a design for everybody, or at least the people who are going to be winning the championship, I say go ahead. Something new. It would probably look awesome for some of the people, like Sheamus, who have his own little design going on the belt.
On the side, yeah.
Well, Sheamus
it doesn't say champ anymore.
Yeah, seriously.
Sheamus tweeted a design of the belt with the 4-leaf clover on the sides,
and it looked all right. I mean, it didn't look bad.
I mean, that's such a gimmicky thing to do, though.
Just put the Celtic cross. It's the same gimmick, but it's just a more badass-looking logo.
They'll probably figure out, but there's all those pictures going online about the replica belts and how they have the regular WWE logo on there. So maybe it just could be a Rock thing where the Brahma Bulls are just on there for the Rock. So it would be a cool idea if they threw other people's own designs on there.
So you're saying the belt makers did it for the Rock?
Yes.
Okay,
exactly.
I just want to make sure.
They did it for The Rock.
I couldn't resist that one.
Jack Swagger has been in the news all weekend.
I have not heard. What?
Jack Swagger has brought more media attention to the WWE this weekend than The Rock has in the past 2 years that he's been in the WWE.
Wait, who's Jack Swagger again?
The 420 YOLO dude who's been smoking pot over the weekend.
Wait, RVD?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Swagger gets
RVD's
caught
new
with
gimmick.
Swagger gets caught with pot in his car right before his big push, and we get in a big scandal with Glenn Beck not wanting to be in wrestling. Calling everybody stupid wrestling people.
We are.
Are we?
You realize that he's insulting a lot of his listener base.
Yeah.
By saying that, let's be honest.
We have been watching Raw since like 2009, so he's kind of right that we're stupid.
I've been kind of watching Raw longer than that, but okay.
No, yeah, going through the terrible years. That's what I'm trying to say. But, I mean, I guess you don't understand that. No, it's cool. Like, you don't understand.
I got you.
Maybe you've been watching Raw since 2009. Speak for yourself.
You've been watching Raw since 2009.
Oh, no, you didn't. I just accept the fact that, and this is never made more clear to me than when I attend a WWE event, like, in the arena. It is never made more clear to me that I am not the main demographic. Like, we, as a are not the main demographic of the WWE audience. And nothing makes that more crystal clear than sitting in a crowd at a WWE show. It was like, oh, okay, now I can see why they do a lot of the things they do.
I haven't been to a WWE event in years. I'm glad I don't go.
The last one I went to was the pipe bomb.
Survivor Series in DC a couple years ago when it was 2 triple threats, and one of them like Hunter.
No, DX and Cena.
Yeah, Cena. When it was in DC, yeah.
I remember that. That was not that great.
Right. I'll always remember that as a Team Kofi Kingston looking for a fight. Like, night. That's the only one. That's the only thing I remember from it. Really. 4 of us are black, and 1 of us is Kofi Kingston.
But on the Swagger note, it looks like they're going to be going strong with Swagger going on into WrestleMania. I think the Glenn Beck completely saved him, even though Glenn Beck's not responding anything back to WWE.
It's all work.
I think it was Dutch Mantel. It was Dutch Mantel because, hey, he traveled all the time Mid-South and Texas and all this stuff during the 70s, and all they did was smoke weed and drink in their cars. He probably doesn't care. And probably went up to Vince like, this is what we did back then, give him a break, and just got him off the hook.
Well, it's probably not about the whole fact of him smoking weed, it's the whole fact of he got arrested for being under the influence. That's what probably got to him.
Yeah. If he was just caught with weed, like if he was probably at his home and or something to that extent that he was probably going to the show and he got caught with weed, it would have been fine because he wasn't driving. It's the whole
after a SmackDown taping, like, come on, don't do that after the show.
No, do it after the show. Don't do it before the show. Don't be a Hardy. Don't be a Hardy where you're going drugged in and completely botching the biggest match of the year. You know, it's better that you do it after the show and make sure you're sober enough for the show tomorrow night. But
I'm just imagining Dutch Mantel right now going up to Vince and just say, marijuana's not a drug, I used to suck dick.
Which is weird because I'm picturing, like, when you said don't be a Hardy, I'm thinking of, like, some 1950s PSA where it's like, don't be a Hardy. It's like the Mr. Bungle thing, don't be a Bungle.
Oh, or before, like, the old video games where it have, like, the FBI don't do drugs deal.
Yeah.
Don't be a Hardy.
Don't be a Hardy.
don't be a Hardy, be a CM Punk.
It's like Highlights is going to do a Goofus and Gallant instead of Goofus, it's Hardy. Yeah, I mean a Highlights reference. I know your audience, apparently. There are people who hang out in barbershops, I guess.
What audience?
Chiropractor office.
The only places I see friggin' Highlights.
Anyways, The Undertaker returned at a house show in Waco, Texas. Is that how you pronounce it?
Waco.
Oh, good old Waco.
Waco.
Everyone loves Waco.
Waco.
Undertaker returns. I'm guessing this is the tryout Taker. Make sure that he's ready to go for WrestleMania.
If my knees still work.
No news yet, but you know it's very likely that he will probably be wrestling. He
looks good.
He looks good. No doubt about that. Maybe he'll be wrestling Punk. From from the results tonight, we're not going to be getting that triple threat match. If it did, we would have gotten a draw at the end of that match tonight.
Well, apparently people said they saw somebody going underneath the ring during the commercial break. So I'm thinking if it was Undertaker, he probably fell asleep before the match was over.
If we get something from Undertaker, it'll probably be the after show. And I'm not sure if
Tune into the WWE app to see the Taker's return.
We haven't gotten any news of what's happening after Raw.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taker returns, so most likely we'll be getting him to have his match against.
Made all those references like he's the icon and
yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
He's God. He's immortal. Going to all of them.
He called himself an icon. It's pretty much locked in.
Yeah.
The icon. Sting. The icon Sting.
Other news: NXT possibly going live after being in production for so long. They've been live internationally, right? They've been doing a lot of.
No, they still tape the shows, but like it's just televised internationally.
Yeah, it's televised internationally and locally in Florida.
Yeah, I have to go to websites that people posted on Dailymotion to watch it.
Yeah, but it looks like they will be putting all NXT on TV soon. I don't know when. I think they're still going to be needing a provider, but it'll be the first time that developmental
Sci-fi.
It won't be sci-fi.
I don't want another reason to watch sci-fi.
if they were put it on sci-fi, they would have took it off for SmackDown.
The ECW time slot on Sci-Fi.
Because that's
why that ECW time slot is going to the Robot Combat League. So there's no way. I am morbidly curious about that.
That looks like the one robot show. I forget the name of it.
Robot Wars used to be this one.
Yeah, Robot Wars was amazing.
That one.
I used to watch Robot Wars all the time.
It reminds me of that, except the people are actually controlling the robots with their.
Oh no, it's real. It's like Real Steel, or whatever that movie was. That like what was it?
Yeah, where you control them with your movements.
Yeah, it's basically that.
Talking robots.
Which I am okay. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna turn on tomorrow night at 10. I'm curious. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I might watch it myself. But yeah, if they put NXT back on TV, it's not going to go to Sci-Fi.
Because CW?
Huh?
CW?
I'm going with Logo, personally.
I don't know about CW.
Not CW, because I just couldn't see them making that big of a deal with CW. I mean,
what's a channel?
What?
I was gonna say, what's a channel that's fledgling and that needs a big show?
Ion.
No, not everybody has Ion.
That has main event.
That has main event. I'm not even sure if that's been succeeding very well in the ratings.
And not everybody has Ion.
CW used to be WB and UPN, so I mean they have worked with UPN in the past. But
yeah.
SmackDown used to be on it all the time.
And they got Saturday Morning Slam too. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe they'll put it on USA. I don't know.
Other news of shows going possibly live. Raw is thinking of doing a pre-show, adding on to the current 3 hours they already have. Now they're thinking of doing another.
If it's like just like a recap, that's fine.
Yeah.
Most likely they'll air like the opening match that they usually have right before Raw starts.
I can never complain about getting more guys on TV.
Yeah,
and I will say, going to 3 hours, like I'm still not totally sold on it, but they're definitely giving more guys more things to do,
Which is good.
which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Hey, if they do the pre-show, it's mostly recap, and you throw like a little match in there, 3MP or like Alex Riley or something like that. That'll be fine.
5-minute match with 25 minutes of ads.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically, the pay-per-view pre-shows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll probably be something for YouTube. I couldn't see them putting it on TV anywhere. Scott Hall joins DDP Yoga.
Feel
Feel-good story of the week. Not even gonna lie.
Feel-good story of the week from.
I'm happy about this.
Yeah.
I hope it works.
Very happy.
I hope that from what was it? DDP posted a video last week, I believe, where they were talking to Scott Hall and he was having vodka in the morning and he didn't sound great.
Brian, what?
Oh God! I felt so bad for like just finding the way he said it so funny that he just said,
I had vodka.
like, I'll have vodka.
The best part of DDP was like, hey man, bro, that's not the breakfast of champions.
It was sitcom writing. It was so ridiculous.
There was like a saxophone playing after he said that.
But yeah,
If DDP can't save him, then there is no saving him.
Kevin Nash was shitting on DDP when they put up that video.
Oh, Kevin Nash
And now he loves him.
Yeah, now Kevin Nash is in love with DDP apparently.
That's because Kevin Nash is a douchebag.
Call-
Is there any explaining it?
He called them out without even knowing like any of the information, and then he talked to Scott Hall, and he was like, "All right, yeah, he's been doing great. I haven't seen Scott Hall do this, been this great in like such a long time. You know, all hands towards."
It's understandable. You're throwing video of a guy that's drunk, without like a guy that's had like problems with alcohol. You're just throwing a video of him online. He didn't know if it was like.
Yeah, but then he.
That's probably why they changed the video. They put up the new one with Scott Hall giving his okay on that.
Yeah.
They did take the original down, and then they.
Yeah.
They did take the original down, and then like Hall was like, "Hey, yo, this is me acting like an idiot."
Yo, so they told me they had this video. I wasn't sure if we were gonna leave it up or not, so we took a survey.
One more for the good guys.
Terrible.
WWE 14 confirmed for 2K games.
Yay!
They finally.
Let's break that, aren't we, Brian?
Take-Two has finally taken the contract for WWE 14 and will be giving it 2K games.
Ukes.
Yeah, they still have Ukes. They still have the contract with the Ukes. It looks like they'll be working with them at least for the next 2 years, is my guess.
2K13, 2K14.
Hey, Brian, I think we're gonna find a way to break that game too, right?
Let's hope so.
He's gonna uke.
And we'll go with the last two big news that came out from last week. WrestleMania 30, they had the big press conference for that, and it will be in New Orleans. And they showed off the new design for the pay-per-view. It looks great. It looks like a classic old
porn logo.
Not a porn logo, but it
Triple X WrestleMania.
The logo reminds me a lot of like the 90s WrestleMania logos.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It's like New Orleans style.
Yeah.
I hope that I can go. I can't go to 29. So.
I've never been to New Orleans, and I would love to go. I kind of like that they got a little New Orleans thing going with the purple and gold a little bit, the fleur-de-lis kind of in the background.
It looks really nice, and I think it's
sleek.
But what also came out of it was The Rock confirmed involvement for WrestleMania 30. That means he's probably signed a new deal with WWE, and he's being a contract extended past WrestleMania 30. Probably ends at WrestleMania 30, but yeah, we will be getting The Rock next year as well. No news yet for Lesnar though.
They want Rock next year.
Yeah.
Rock. I thought they were trying to get that at SummerSlam.
Well, apparently they want it for Mania next year now.
Have they ever done Rock Taker?
At Mania?
Or just yeah.
In general?
They have.
They've done it in general, but not at Mania.
Yeah, I mean,
there you go. Yeah.
They have a lot of matches that they could do. It's just they need to figure out, the timing and which one's gonna fit perfectly in.
I'm not gonna lie. I just because I couldn't picture the logo. I haven't looked it up, so I just did a Google image search for WrestleMania XXX, and I can't believe how much I tempted fate until after I did that. Wow, did I just did I dodge a bullet because it's all
not a single China photo.
Ah, damn it!
Not
Stole my thing.
Not a single split dick to be found.
Is a safe search on or off?
Oh, I didn't check, and I'm not going to check it again.
Tons of China when it's off.
Oh. It's disturbing.
Wrestling hold? I've never seen that one.
There's a picture of a dude eating out another girl's ass. I mean...
Oh god, now I'm curious.
But it's nothing...
Challenge.
What you're saying is that guy is joining a little special club. They eat my ass.
Eat my ass.
WrestleMania Club.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the news. I guess we could move on with the end of the show.
Or
yeah, that's pretty much the entire podcast. We're gonna be doing Pop, Flop, and Botch next. I'm not sure if
Darren Young being injured.
Is he injured?
Can I go on a rant about like cunts like Mike Johnson and Dave Meltzer?
Do it.
Oh, they fucking annoy me. Hey, how about we pay $30 for misinformation? That's like, hey, the Weather Channel, we're gonna give you money, but we're not gonna look into what's gonna happen with the weather. So, sunny, it's raining out. $30 still you're giving them. And plus, it doesn't help that Dave Meltzer just has this giant MMA and pro hard on. That's fine, but just don't give the best wrestler. Just don't give those jappy slappy wrestlers. Just don't give. Which I don't have a problem with. I have a problem with him giving like MMA promotions, like Wrestling Observer.
5 stars for every jappy match.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking. If there's any way that they can like make a New Japan Bukkake vid, Meltzer would be all over that shit. All pixelated dicks and all. He would care. 5 snowflakes. He'd probably make it a 10 snowflake one because of
5 squirts.
Old cunt. Fuck him. And Mike Johnson's pretty bad too. I don't even know what he looks like, but he probably looks like a train wreck too. Like,
you know, one of the most amazing things is there's an early UFC, I'm talking like before Dana White even had anything to do with UFC, where they show the 3 judges, and one of them is Dave Meltzer.
What?
I remember seeing it one day. I was just like, what? That can't be the same. Yeah, it is. Oh wow.
Oh wait, no, he used to actually be on the Vegas Board of Judges.
The Athletic Association or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to judge boxing matches.
The commission. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh really?
Oh, why is he not giving boxing? Oh, boxing's dead. Never mind.
I went on to see him do like Boxing Observer.
Oh yeah, I'll see boxing.
Most of the Boxing Observer is dead in 20 years.
Yeah, I'll see the Boxing Observer. Oh well, Floyd Mayweather's still in prison. That's all we got. But yeah, he's a flaming cunt. Mike Johnson isn't much better either. Mike Johnson's misinformation is just astounding. Oh, Darren Young's out for fucking 6 months with a leg injury, and here he is just jumping everywhere, all nimbly bimbly like a cat on Raw.
It can't be as bad as the dudes that report for WrestleZone.
I don't know WrestleZone. I'm not gonna shit on them. I'll shit on the people I know a lot about.
Let's shit on Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
You're an idiot for going on Bleacher Report.
Hear that? Hear that? I have a keyboard. I can go on Bleacher Report and write for it.
Let's see what the top 5 stories are today. Brock Lesnar suffers injury on Raw.
Bleacher Report is it's shitty laid out. They have stupid people writing there. We were reading an article of, it was like a top 5 of who should face Undertaker at WrestleMania or something like that.
Yeah, CM Punk's not even on it.
Yeah, CM Punk's not even on it, but the articles they're just poorly written.
On the
they're
list.
Small, they don't. I bet you trying to write for Bleacher Report is the easiest thing to do.
That's because anyone can do
nerds.
I can go to like my guide, pull up Raw for next week, hit info, write that, and submit it, including the PG-13 or whatever the rating is as well, and not even edit that out.
It's
PG-13's back? Oh, I missed.
I have no idea, honestly, to be honest.
You gotta pull that story.
That's what Rumble was. We noticed that.
I love it. PG-13 Raw is just like the best of Jamie Dundee and GCIs.
Oh, God.
I tried writing an article for them and got shot down.
Oh yeah, it's so bad they shot it
Did
down.
it not have enough lists?
I guess not.
Okay.
It was
You
like
don't have 13 things that bother wrestling nerds.
It was like a Raw review. They shot me down.
Lesnar received 12 staples to close the wound backstage.
Whew.
It wasn't a blade.
It wasn't
They're
a blade.
getting full office maxes. Womp womp.
Oh, you.
Apparently he is walking around backstage telling everybody he's completely fine. So
I'm
completely fine.
Where?
I'm still doing that right now. Everyone's gone home. Like,
he's walking around. He's going up to brooms. He's like, I'm completely fine. Just don't worry about it.
Brock, why are you talking to yourself in the mirror?
He's like wearing one shoe.
Paw, I'm completely fine. Brock, that's a trash bag.
Let me go nail this shooting star press one more time.
Where's Kurt Angle when I need him?
Okay, this list is so bad, I just have to say it.
Oh, where's Kurt Angle right now eating Soma's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? That's right.
We're gonna do pop, flop, and botch, and we are gonna end the show. To let Brian and Alex know what pop, flop, and botch is. It's we give a pop to whoever did great this week during wrestling. Anybody, indies, whatever. Flop is someone who didn't do so great, and botch is like someone who fucked up, or just you want to give like a fuck you to someone. Doesn't really matter. So Ryan, you want to start us off with pop, flop, and botch?
My pop goes to the newest gimmick to enter the WWE, the World's Strongest Table. No one can stop it. It is an animal. That's what it does. Let's see, my flop. My flop goes to all the WWE spoilers that nothing ever happened with Taker and all that. Okay, and my botch goes to the fence at Daytona.
How many people were hurt at that?
Like 21.
Like 33 or something like that.
Good.
Like 75.
Fuck them. The only reason there weren't like any brain injuries is because no one has a fucking brain that goes to like Daytona shit like that. Like the tire tread that hit them had a better IQ. Jesus.
Now here's the question: if the engine goes into the crowd and you catch it, do you get to keep it? Is it like baseball and hockey? Because I think that I would start going with the hope.
Yeah, just like
that I can maybe get some new parts for my car.
Right. I know who their least favorite wrestler is at Daytona. The Shard.
No. No. You're out of It's Raining Meng.
You heard it here first.
Breaking news.
Everybody
report.
And Duel's gonna replace me now.
Well,
he did get drafted.
That's a downgrade.
No, Duel did get drafted to It's Raining Meng though.
Yeah, it's kind of canon. It's canon when it's convenient.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, how about you go on?
My pop goes to the Daytona tire for landing on somebody's head.
I like how he thinks.
R.I.P. tire.
R.I.P. tire. This is the dedication show for that tire. My botch goes to
Memories alone. A 1 hour special for the tire.
Yeah.
We have a report that the tire.
It's not part of the NASCAR entertainment.
We had a report that the tire did some heinous things, so we just like to forget about what happened. And tonight's show is for the people. Little like tire Bibles are laying next to his tire family.
Jesus.
He hung himself, and it was just a tire swing. I turned the NASCAR tire into Chris Benoit. You're welcome.
No. Oh my god.
That's what we needed.
Tire has like a Owen Hart moment.
Oh man.
I'd love to see D'Lo Brown like powerbomb the tire and see it break in half.
Pop the tube.
What other awful things in wrestling can we reference here? I heard Invader once stabbed a tire.
Oh.
I heard China tried to have sex with it.
You suck. Get out.
Yeah.
You're just trying too hard.
This is my first show here. Get out.
You're being kicked out by a guest. You know you suck.
Mike, you want to finish up?
That's what she said. My flop goes to the Cena Hurricane Rana, because that could have been a lot better. And my botch goes to what they're doing with Ziggler, Sheamus, Barrett, The Shield, the tag champs. It just... How many weeks are there till Mania? 5?
6.
4. 5, 6. And they have nothing for them right now.
Yeah, they did. They're putting Sheamus and Barrett together.
Well,
they're probably going to have a super team take on The Shield. And who else did you mention? The tag division?
The tag champs.
Yeah, they never really focused on it anyways, so... Yeah. That sucks, but that's just... They never really work with that anyways.
I want to see The Shield take the belts from them at Mania.
Fine.
And they Freebird.
Yeah, the Freebird rule.
It's gotta be D-Bry and Kane, and they gotta hug it out. So many
the belts and hug.
How many times are they going to have to hug it out before?
I honestly think when they lose the belts is when they break up.
Yeah,
it's going to be great. It's going to be entertaining as hell.
I thought a lot of people were thinking about Bryan and Kane were supposed to be wrestling over at Mania rather than being a tag team.
That's what I think. It's supposed to be Bryan versus Kane.
Yeah,
for the tag team championships, only one of them gets it.
Yeah, I heard
we pull like the Kurt Angle Mojo thing.
Yeah.
The reported match about Mysterio and Sin Cara is completely off now.
Oh yeah, the match with because they wanted to break the world record for how many people have like masks on in one area.
I blame Mysterio for that.
Yeah, most likely it's Mysterio's fault because he's been botching his own schedule going on with personal issues.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't around last year for Mania, and he's not around this year for Mania, so. I wish
last year was his botched knee.
I wish they would just fire him already.
God,
From what I hear, he had like some family shit going on recently, so whatever that means.
Yeah, but he was there, he was gone, and he came back for like 3 shows, and he disappeared again.
Yeah, he's having a worse schedule run with rather than like Orton. Orton was having a terrible run, trying to be on the show too, but he kept on fucking up as well.
Alright, but that's my pop flop and botch.
Alright, Hunter, pop flop and botch, go.
I don't really. My pop is for spring training. Fuck yeah, the Twins are gonna win the World Series.
Oh no, they're not. Stop playing.
Let's go.
Stop playing video games, Hunter.
My flop. I don't know. My flop goes to Triple H's pants and being pissed on, and
the botch goes to him for leaving.
Exactly.
yeah. I don't know what my botch goes to.
All right, Joker, go.
My pop goes to Brock Lesnar being busted open because that was pretty awesome. I mean, it sucks for Brock that he was busted open if he really is, but
he's completely fine.
Bloodthirsty, bro. What the hell?
But still, it's pretty cool to actually see blood again, even if it was just one time. Flop goes to. It goes to. Fuck it. No flop.
No flop. All right.
Oh wow.
And no bots. No. I guess I'll give the bots to the Cena match. Not the match.
The Hurricane.
I didn't see the Hurricane Rana, but from what I've heard, it was pretty bad. So it goes to that.
I give a botch to Joker's pop flop and botch.
Thank you.
Because he took forever.
I mean, second that.
Thank you. Jimmy, he says his pop is Triple H, his flop is 2 bitches, and his botch is to Strike because Strike disappeared.
He apparently
my internet can't connect to 9 people.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
All right.
Fighting game.
Yeah, he's probably playing a fighting game. Jonesy, how about you? Pop and botch.
My pop goes to the pile driver because it was nice to see it.
That was nice.
My flop, I'll give it to John Cena's Hurricane Rana. And then my botch, what the fuck is that garbage can?
That's our botch. Your garbage can.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck. Oh, it's behind me.
Fat problems, bro. Fat problems.
It was behind the chair.
Greg, you're not one person to talk about fat problems.
Well, yeah, I'll give it some garbage can just because.
All right, Alex, you ready to do your pop flop and botch? You're first.
Yeah,
I'm
ready to do my pop lock and drop it. You guys aren't gonna like me for this one, but the pop goes to either Triple H coming back and looking scarier than normal with a short haircut.
It's Bobby Roode. What are you talking about?
Bobby Roode. Or the Cena Hurricane Rana. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't care. That's still Lucha factor, like I said earlier.
It's just ridiculous, I think, is what we're going off.
The botch, I guess. Oh, the lock.
Flop is the next one.
Flop, yeah. I would give it to Fandango being put on SmackDown and not Raw for his debut. I wanted to see that shit live. On my Monday.
Well, technically, you're gonna see it live on Friday.
No one watches SmackDown on Friday.
true.
Everyone's busy.
Yeah.
Live SmackDown though, special.
Yeah. Special. Just like Bo Dallas. And I'm gonna get my box Bo Dallas's egg and sperm mixture.
His chromosomes.
His extra chromosome gets my Bosch.
Jesus.
All right, and Brian, let's hear from you. Your pop flop and
I'll give
botch.
the pop to Zeb Coulter because you know what? I got faith that this is going to be a lot of fun if he just keeps pushing it. I mean, he had to just solidify himself as the heel in this. He has to start saying stuff that make like the Glenn Beck audience like.
You know what? You're messing up my cabbage here. I'm trying to eat and you're getting it all dirty.
Exactly, like. That's what we were talking about. So the problem was, like, what if they go to like someplace like Arizona or like someplace where it's like, red state America, where they're gonna cheer this? Like, they got to go even further.
So Georgia,
they got to go to the point of absurdity with this.
They got to go down to Mexico and do this.
Go to Mexico.
I'm sorry, Brian, but does anyone remember when JBL came out with like a burrow? And he had like an inner tube around his neck.
Yes.
On a SmackDown. I love to see like Zeb Coulter do stuff. Like not now because the gimmick's kind of serious, but like later on down the line. like WWE has this deal. Well, wrestling in general, like a big like serious heel character, and they kind of make him goofier a little bit over time. I love to see a goofy, just raging racist Zeb Coulter, just talking like
Border Patrol Zeb Coulter.
Yeah, I love to see them reenact the Border Patrol thing that JBL did.
So like grandparent racist, where it's not like offensive to you, you're just kind of like, oh,
yeah.
Bad at him. Aww. He's using antiquated names. Like no one's called black people that since the 30s.
Well, these Afro-Americans are coming in.
Not even that. Like, like just something even more antiquated.
Grandpa, what's a shwoogie? I don't know.
My other two are not wrestling related. I heard other people doing non-wrestling ones, so I was like, okay, cool. My flop goes to ESPN for missing any coverage on, and this is coming from a Georgetown alum, that missing any coverage of the Georgetown beat Syracuse game. Like, I had to watch through like 40 minutes of SportsCenter for them even to mention it, which is like, come on, they're the only game on Saturday where the two teams were ranked, and
we gotta talk about Danica Patrick.
Exactly.
I feel you on that. They don't show any highlights anymore.
We gotta talk about a car tire that's stuck in someone's teeth. and I do not get me wrong. I did not watch the Oscars, but my botch goes to someone showed the video of like the Les Mis singing performance last night, and my botch goes to whoever decided to give Russell Crowe a part in a musical. I like Les Mis. I like Les Mis the musical. I love the music to it. And Russell Crowe is playing probably my favorite character in that. And it's just like, no, I don't know. Stop it. Just stop it. Like, you can actually hear him over everyone else being off key, and it's like, stop, no. These beautiful voices, Hugh Jackman, Anne Hathaway, they all have these wonderful voices. Even like Sacha Baron Cohen, it's like, this guy can sing, and then Russell Crowe's like, one more day to live. We get it, you're a famous actor, that's why you have the part. You're buff.
Oh my god.
That's it.
All right.
Your thing with ESPN, you gotta watch ESPN News or ESPNU. You can't rely on the main channel.
I understand, and it's I'm like a battered wife. I just keep coming back to them because like they only just promote what they have contracts with, which is NASCAR, NFL, and like the NFL Combine got covered in college.
They don't even show bowling highlights anymore.
I know. I just keep seeing that one creepy commercial with the like the soul R&B.
I love it.
Baby making music.
You would think they would show it because they have a Biggie's contract.
Yeah, but well. Yeah.
All right. Well, my pop goes to. I definitely agree with Brian. Zeb Coulter. I think that's going to be successful as hell if as long as he evolves with the character, just like Cesaro or Sandow.
Yeah. By the way, I did not make mine Coulter just because it automatically be number one.
Oh, now you're backtracking. Listen to you.
No, I'm not. They pedaling in the backwards motion. I'm just saying that should be everyone's.
My flop is this current Ducks game right now, where 2-4, and if they win this game, they tie the record in the NHL for longest game win streak.
Nobody
They're
cares.
not mighty.
But
they're not mighty.
But
They're not the Mighty Ducks.
But they're down. But they're down 2-4 against the Stanley Cup Kings.
If there's
Doesn't matter.
If there's no Emilio Estevez, I don't care.
I fucking hate every single one of you.
Are they doing Flying V right
the
now?
The year they dropped the Mighty Ducks, they win the Stanley Cups. They do not need the mighty name to be successful.
But they need that amazing logo.
The logo's all right, but I mean,
You have to have the duck with the hockey mask on. Come on.
Ducks fly together. Ducks fly together.
How have they not really pitched a rivalry with them and the Chicago Black Hawks? Seriously.
and my botch goes to, I don't know. I really don't have a botch. I can't really think of anything.
The Ducks.
Just give it to me.
Yeah, I'll give it a Joker. Fuck you, Joker. I love you though.
Worst
Fuck
member
you.
of Blackout.
So thank you everybody. Thank you to Brian and Alex from
we forgot to let the guys plug their stuff.
Plug your shit, guys.
Oh, okay.
Even though, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Well, we just had HCL 16
Which was
night.
great, by the way.
HCL usually comes at once every other week these days,
All right.
which I blame myself for that schedule because it pushed me up against the wall to edit it, but whatever. HCL 16 was last night. You can go to twitch.tv/itsrainingmeng, and you can check it out. It was a fun one last night. HCL 17's in another 2 weeks. They're all on Sunday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the prelims. We do the main card at 8, and you're usually done by 9. So we try not to schedule them during WWE pay-per-views. I actually do check the schedule and make sure they're not on the same night as those, so you don't have to worry about that. TNA pay-per-views, I mean, who cares? That's
exactly what we say.
Schedule, so I was like, okay, fine. I'm just gonna not wait for you guys. We got some other fun stuff there. All the links are on that. If you go to Twitch, you can find all the links to everything else. We're starting up a new. We found our old YouTube page and we're revamping that. We got Facebook, Twitter, everything like that. You can find us all there.
All the links will be below in the video.
Yeah, twitch.tv/itsrainingmeng is where you can start and find us from there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you to Brian and Alex for joining us. We had a great time with you guys here.
Thanks for having us.
Always welcome back whenever you guys want to talk wrestling.
Awesome.
You could always find all their information below in the video link. Our links, twitter.com/artofwrestling, lagspike.tv/artofwrestling. Go check out Lagspike, go check out New Legacy. All those guys are great. And join us next week for the next episode of Arc of Wrestling. That'll be episode 59. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Awesome.
Bye.
We are going to stop the stream really quickly.